Yo, what is going on, everybody? Executives here, coming at you with how to prepare for battle for Azeroth. Now, in this video, I'm going to cover a lot of the basic things like gold, sub races, but I'm also going to cover some things that you may not know about. Now, the first thing I'm going to cover is old crafting materials. So, for instance, in Warlords of Draenor into Legion, all of the Warlords of Draenor crafting materials came irrelevant once Legion came. Makes a lot of sense, obviously. So the same thing is going to happen from Legion into Battle for Azeroth. So all of your Chaos Crystals, your Leylight Shards, your Silk, your Obliterum, your Fell State, whatever it is all going to become irrelevant come the new expansion. I predict this, it may not be true, but, coming from Warlords into Legion, this is the case. So what I recommend is you disenchant every single piece of gear that you do not need. So I will disenchant, this random Legion Season 3 relic, and it will give me 1 Chaos Crystal. Boom, easy. That's 160 gold I just made right there. So now I'm going to sell all my Chaos Crystals, I'm going to sell all my Leylight Shards, I'm going to disenchant any pieces of gear I do not need, I'm going to sell my Obliterum, and also one of the biggest things is that you still have these things called your Blood of Sargeras. Now these are used as crafting materials for well, actually it's a crafting material as well as you're able to purchase a bunch of crafting materials. Now don't waste it on the order resources. You're not going to use order resources come the next expansion. It's the same thing with the garrisons. I'm pretty sure they're going to make the class halls irrelevant. Actually, I kind of hope they do. But yeah, I recommend going through each and every item and seeing on the auction house which sells the most. So far, some of the things that I've found out that sell the most: Fell State sells for a lot of gold. Fox Flower sells for a lot of gold. Leylight Shards sell for a lot of gold, and a few other things like some weird stuff like this High Mountain Salmon sells for a lot. Like the Wildflower Egg, the ribs, some of this other stuff doesn't sell for that much. But yeah, so I recommend that you spend every single Blood of Sargeras that you have on some sort of crafting reagent like Fell State, and then you go to the auction house and you see how much it's worth. So I'm gonna look. I've got 110 Fell State right now. Fell Slate, I'm sorry. And it's 24 gold for 1. So that's a lot of gold right there. Now if you guys have a lot of order hall resources, you're allowed to purchase 5 Blood of Sargeras for 5,000 order resources. I would recommend doing that because, like I said previously, I'm pretty sure that these order resources are going to become irrelevant. Now I would save a few for some reroll tokens for your sealed Broken Fates. Now another thing is that I'm sure at the start of the expansion you guys had purchased your full class hall set. There's still a few pieces that I'm missing, but if you didn't sell them, I still have mine in my inventory. They sell for 125 gold to the vendor, so I'm gonna get rid of this. The biggest thing I want to emphasize for this part of the video is that you guys should sell everything. It sucks going into a new expansion with the full bags. I want to get rid of at least 2 full bags. So all this stuff, like all of these PvP potions that I have, of Enlightened Senses, of Trivial Invisibility, Swiftness Pots, whatever this stuff is, Hasty Pocket, like I don't even know what half of this stuff is. Just go on the auction house and see if it sells for a lot. I guarantee that it sells for a decent amount. Like I know that these Potions of Defiances reduces all damage taken by 20% for 12 seconds. These sell for like 150 gold a piece. Same thing with these saltwater potions. They sell for like freaking 200 or 300 gold a piece. So just go into your inventory and see what you have and see what you can get rid of, because you do not want to go into a new expansion with a bunch of with a full bag, like all these mana pots, health pots, some of these really old stuff from like Mop. Just vendor it, just disenchant it, vendor it, see what it's worth on the auction house. Now I just spent a little bit of time and I went through my entire inventory and my bank, and I put every single possible item I could on the auction house. Now I went through and bought one of each item from that vendor that you could purchase stuff for Blood of Sargeras, and I found out that Starlight Rose on my server was the thing that was worth the most. So I went ahead and purchased, like, I don't know, 60 something of them, as well as a bunch of Fell Slate. But otherwise I put up every single possible item I could: saltwater potions, potions of defiance, trivial invisibility, chaos crystals, silk, obliterum, and I just hope that all this stuff will sell. I put it at way below whatever the asking price was, because I don't have a auction house add-on. But yeah, so this is gonna make me a decent amount of gold that will get me set for when Battle for Azeroth comes out, so I could purchase gear, I could purchase, you know, whatever it is. But again, I wanted to emphasize that you need to get rid of a lot of stuff in your inventory. I might even sell some of these tomes of Tome of the Tranquil Mind, because I know it sells for a lot. I've got old stuff like controlled Setnax beacons, and really weird stuff that I'm probably just gonna vendor or get rid of. And make sure you do this for all of your characters. I'm gonna show you some of my other monk and some of my other characters where there's just a bunch of stuff that I have in my inventory, Blood of Sargeras', you know, crafting materials, whatever it is, that I need to get rid of. And right as I'm talking, I've just sold all of my Ley Light shards, so that's nice. Now I'm here on my Druid, and the same exact thing. I've got a bunch of just junk scattered throughout my entire inventory and bank that I'm going to vendor. Now, if you guys don't know, once you collect an appearance for transmog once, you have it forever, so you can sell it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a lot of this old stuff, all these old transmog gear that I have, and I'm just going to vendor it. I don't need it anymore, and it's going to clear up a lot of bag space to where I can put some of the stuff that I want to keep, you know, like maybe my artifact weapons or some other cool transmogs or something. So I'm going to just clear out my bank, try and clear out my bags, vendor, and sell everything. Also, something that's very obvious, but I'll say it anyways, I recommend logging in. When you log in, you'll be prompted with this new quest to go to Stormwind, and to basically check up on your progress for unlocking the sub-races. So let's accept this quest and head to Stormwind. Alright, so now we're at the Stormwind embassy up in the top right hand corner, and this is where you will turn in the quest. And then from here, I'm sure you've seen other videos, but I'm going to cover it anyways. You will talk to Anduin, and then you're able to right click on this banner here to see the Lightforged Draenei, and right click on this banner here to see the Void Elves. And then this is where you check your progress. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know it was very basic and it didn't really need to be this long of a video, but I did it anyways. So the basic things, just how to prepare. You want to try to unlock your sub races if you want to, which means getting exalted with factions and earning that achievement for that specific race, and then basically just selling everything in your inventory, especially a lot of the Legion crafting materials, the Blood of Sargeras', the Fell Slate, you know, whatever it is, the chaos crystals. Just get rid of it because it's not going to be useful in the next expansion, and you're going to want that gold going in, the gold and the bag space going into the next expansion. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.